Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm really excited to finally be able to get to work on this city bike that I picked up a couple months ago in the garbage. Believe it or not, somebody was throwing this away, and that's what I thought too. When I saw it, I thought, hey, this is too nice to be thrown away. However, upon closer inspection, I found that it does have quite a number of problems, which hopefully we can address today. My ultimate goal for this bike will be my commuter bike to go back and forth to work, especially when it rains because it's got mud guards. Oh, and another exciting thing today, let me show you, hang on. There's a company called Orfos, and they make bike lights. They contacted me and asked me if I wanted to test their lights and make a video of that, so that's also what I'm going to include in this video today. I'm going to put these lights on this bike. Anyway, let's get started and get this thing fixed up. Okay, probably the first thing you notice is the front wheel is not connected to the bike, and that's actually the way I found it. I don't know exactly why it was like that, but the front wheel was just kind of sitting off to the side near the bike. And the next thing that's pretty obvious is this chain is broken and pretty rusty, so I'm going to just replace that. I picked up a new one today. Luckily, it seems like the derailleur actually does work. Okay, those are the two biggest things, but then the next thing that I can see is this brake cable is basically no good anymore, so I'm going to have to replace both the brake cables. Are not really working too well due to the other than that, it doesn't look too bad. Oh, there is one other thing though that it might be an issue, is it feels like it's a bit more difficult than it should be to turn the cranks. Maybe I can give you an example. Yeah, I guess that's not really how it should be. So, oh, and also the these end caps were missing on both sides. And okay, so that's about it as far as I know right now. I'm going to go ahead and just get to work on this. Here's our front light and a handwritten note. Thank you for taking the time to review the Orfos Pro. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Thanks, Peter. One thing that's a bit different about these lights from other lights that I've had, now I know it's not unique in lighting in general, but for me it's unique, is these do not have batteries on board. You need to supply your own battery. And you may be thinking like, oh, that's not that good, but actually there's some advantages to that too. When you do longer distances and you need the lights to be running for a long time, usually the small batteries on the lights that come with batteries built in don't last that long. That's what I found. And so the idea here is you have a bigger battery pack so you can ride for a longer time. And the other advantage is you can switch them out. So if one dies, you just have another. And actually, I imagine a lot of these type of lights are used for people that are going really far distances, but I think it also makes sense for commuters like me, and that's the idea with this bike, is that I'll be able to run it for a week or 2 weeks or who knows how long, and then charge up the batteries. So I'm going to go ahead and try to install these. And I did buy a battery, by the way. I bought this, I think it's 10,000 milliamp hour battery pack. I'm hoping that it'll work pretty well, and it has two USB outputs, so one for each of the lights. So 400 lumens, 6 modes, 180-degree visibility, lightweight 1 ounce, waterproof design, powered by USB packs. And the cool thing is, on their website, it seems to be, I have a sense that an engineer wrote their website, and it has a lot of details about the battery packs and just a lot of technical details, which I do appreciate. Made in the USA. All right, let's open it up. I like this, a nice instruction card, not like a book, but a nice card, not bad. So your USB pack must be rated for 1 amp or greater, which mine is. Okay, so here's your increased brightness, that must be your decreased brightness. And it looks like if you push them both at the same time, it changes the modes, and it said there were 6 modes. So this is our red one. Let's go ahead and plug it in and see how it works. Now I'm getting excited. Alright, no, I'm going to look away, because I don't know. Oh, yep, there it goes. That's very bright. Obviously you won't be able to tell that on the screen, but wow, that's very, very bright. I don't know what mode that is. Let's see, play with these buttons. So we're on level 1 now, let's say. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, that's bright. That is very bright. Alright, so let's see what kind of modes we have. I'm going to press both the buttons at the same time. Okay, some kind of blinky mode. Now within the blinky mode, can I make it dimmer or brighter as well? Yes, you can. Okay, I'm just going to bring this all the way dim so it blinds me a little bit less as I play with it. Okay, next mode. Okay, like a Knight Rider mode. Cool. Another mode. This kind of reminds me of an emergency vehicle mode. Okay, we have a pulsing mode. Cool. Alright, and let's see, how do I turn it off? Maybe both hold down for... Oh, maybe there is no off. Maybe I should read directions, but maybe you just have to unplug it to be off. Now one question I have, will it remember my setting? So now we're on the blinking mode. Let's unplug it. Plug it back in. Yep. So it remembers your setting too. That's pretty nice. And it's the same type of information except for, oh my gosh, I can't even read now because I can't read that because I was looking at the light too much, I guess. 950 peak white lumens. It's very hard to read. So it looks like pretty much the same thing this time. Yeah, okay, I'll plug it in real quick just so we can check out the modes. Won't spend too much time on it. Whoa, yeah, that's bright. Holy moly. Every time it shocks me. Oh yeah, that's right, this is brighter. The other is 400 lumens, this is 900. And you can tell this is extremely bright. Let me go ahead and bring it down. Okay, that's as dim as it goes. Let's check the modes out. So solid on, blinking, Knight Rider, fancy, emergency, pulsing, and solid. It's the same modes. Cool, alright, let's install these on the bike. Well, I'm pretty much done with this bike, so let me show you what I have. We now have new brake levers that do not have the cables coming out the top. I think that's pretty nice. We have new cables, new cable housing, a new chain, and also some new bar tape. And I'm still not that good at putting on bar tape. And really that's about it. Other than, of course, the lights. Let me give you some details about these lights. So as you can see here, the front light I actually have mounted with some zip ties, which I think is pretty nice. It makes it very sturdy, pretty much solid. And the cable I have actually zip tied to this brake cable, so you really can't see it too much, which was my idea. Then I have poked a small hole into this bag, and then the cable goes in and plugs into the battery pack. This light I have mounted underneath the seat, also with some zip ties, cable running down here, and once again in a small hole I made in the bag. Then that cable comes in and runs right there, both connected to my battery pack. Now this is a 10,000 amp hour battery pack, and at first I didn't know it. I thought that I was going to have to get a switch for both of these USBs so I could switch it on and off very easily. I didn't want to have to unplug it every time I wanted to switch them on and off. But after playing around with my battery pack, what I learned was actually, so let me go ahead and turn it on first. Just a single press to turn it on. And then I kept messing with it. I thought, okay, maybe long hold. No. But what I found is there's a certain double click and that'll shut it off. See that? So that's really great. Now I can just simply unzip it, turn it on, double click to turn off. On, off. No problem. That's pretty nice. Now this little bag isn't waterproof, but I think it'll be waterproof enough for the type of rides that I normally do. I mean, water resistant enough. And it doesn't look amazing, but it doesn't look too bad either. I don't think. Okay, so that's about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. But if you want to see how these lights actually perform out on the road, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and keep an eye out for the next video. Because there, I'm going to do a 100-kilometer ride, mostly in the dark. And I'll get to really test how these lights work. So far, I've only gone on pretty short trips. So this nearly 100-mile or maybe 100-mile ride is going to be pretty big for this old bike. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.